The red light is on. We are live on this Tuesday. I sound like, well, I can't tell. I don't have any headphones.
Sound kind of, sultry. That's
Hello?
what sultry.
Oh, okay.
Sultry. See what I'm
I'll
saying?
take that.
You sure how
Yeah, I won't do any after darkness yet.
We are live on this good Tuesday. I'm going to share it with you all. And then we're going to get into it.
That's right.
Let's go. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. I am your host, Veronica. Back with you on this beautiful Tuesday. We are live in the studio and feeling good on this Tuesday. We have a special guest in the house. But first, we have Vic White back with us on this Tuesday. Also, Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station, is with us. And like I said, we have a special guest in the studio, Miss Carol. Let me find the right. Here we go, right there. Miss Carol is joining us tonight. And if you don't know, Miss Carol is Mr. Sammy's sister. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life for the very first time.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Gotta put you closer to the mic when you talk.
I'm happy to be here.
There you go.
Thank you, Veronica, for having me.
Of course, we are definitely happy to have you. So, Ms. Carol, tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Mr. Sammy's little sister, like the baby sister. Of course, I live in San Antonio, Texas. Darlington is my hometown. But of course, I've moved around quite a bit. New York, and then California, and now I'm in Texas. But Darlington will always be home, so I come back every so often. But I need to let you guys know today is my birthday.
Yes! Happy birthday to
birthday.
you.
I got that bottle, Vic. You got that bottle under the table. You got that bottle, buddy.
So
Happy
I'm
birthday.
going to tell you guys, and because everybody says black don't crack, so I'm 68.
Hello.
Wow.
To share that,
I'm 42.
someone told me it was the humidity in Texas, so I'm gonna use that as the reason why my skin hasn't cracked.
Yes, you look wonderful.
That's someone wasn't the one that's sitting to for teams left, is it?
That what?
That's someone that told you that. So for those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
her big brother is in the studio with us tonight.
My chaperone.
Her chaperone, her bodyguard, her protector, big bro, Mr. Sammy's in the building with us tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad to have you. Let me just say this. I've never said this before, but I thank all of y'all that have been born and raised in the South because my parents were. And even though I'm a New Yorker, I'm born and raised in New York, that's my blood. But I think because of the migration to the North and to keep the foundation of the family structure of the Southern values, the Southern hospitality, and to continue to be introduced, for me to be introduced to my Southern family. And surprised, a lot of people are just surprised that I'm here, but I just got to thank you all because there is a kinship because of the connection between my parents and my family and my ancestors. So I just want to say that to everyone that has been born in the South that is in this room this evening.
So I say this, bro. So my mother was from Trenton, New Jersey, and a lot of her family's up there. So what you're talking about, I seen, opposite ends of the spectrum. Down here, my grandmother, they would have big dinners on every holiday, just like how Mr. Sammy and Miss Carol's family do it. on for their family events. But up north, it kind of really wasn't like that. It wasn't like that open invitation where everybody could just come and fellowship. It was more or less like, immediate family would eat, and, that would be it. When we would come up north, it would basically be, we would go around to different people's houses, but there wasn't no big celebration that, we came to Trenton, New Jersey. But down here, it's more or less a cousin come down. Like when I go to Jacksonville, Florida, they have a whole doggone crab ball, and I feel obligated because I just came off a whim and ain't put no money into it. But I get exactly where you coming from with that.
Yeah, and I'll just say I was blessed because, when you have a father and a mother, and some, they have their own family. Sometimes they don't mingle. Maybe a brother and an uncle, but it was times I would go to my uncle, my father's brother's house, and they go my mother's sister sitting in there partying, playing the numbers and doing that. So we were a little bit blessed up there that we were a little more than the immediate family. But I do understand when you come down here, you filling up 2 and 3 backyards. So I understand. But it's good to be here. I just want to ask Miss Carol, and I'll say Sister Carol, but what part of Brooklyn were you in when you was
Not
up?
Brooklyn, Long Island.
Long Island, what part?
Wyandanch.
Ooh, Wyandanch is rough.
Is it?
Yeah, I call them the imitation. They want to be Brooklyn, so they imitated trying to be Brooklyn. But Wyandanch is right next to Roosevelt, not Roosevelt, because that's Freeport. Babylon. There you go. Because I went to Farmingdale. I graduated out of Farmingdale.
Yes. So it's funny Victor say that about families and big gatherings and stuff, people that come from the South. And I guess I've taken that with me wherever I've gone because, like you mentioned, the crab ball. So I'm actually doing one tomorrow
Oh, really?
at my brother's home.
Which brother?
My big brother.
There you go.
So I got a nephew coming from Colorado. I got 2 brothers that are here from New York. And so I said, how can we do something tomorrow? And crab balls are always great. You do them outdoors, and you just, Sammy has the big pot with the propane and all that stuff.
Wait, is that what we're doing Thursday?
No. Tomorrow we're doing the crab ball.
Oh, okay.
You want to come?
Sure. Okay. Mr. Sammy?
We're going to start. We'll probably start after the sun begins to go down. What time do you think? The nephew will be here around 4. He tells me to do it around 6 or 7, the nephew. 6 or 7? Yeah. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. But also, like in New York, it was my home that people came for the Sunday dinners, and I did all the cooking. I love to cook, that. Mm-hmm. And Mama was there, so that was a big reason because she's grandma, big mom, or whatever. So it was a reason to come to my house and eat. But that's that Southern thing.
Yeah, and you got to realize Long Island had a atmosphere of close to the South.
Yes.
You might because of how the land structure is. You don't have a bodega on the corner. You got to drive to the stores like down here. So it has a sense of that Southern feel to it in Long Island.
Yeah. So.
Well, on top of
everyone
that,
is invited. I mean, not just you, Veronica.
come on.
Victor, you're invited.
I sure do appreciate that. We'll have to see.
And if you were here,
I appreciate it. I'll be
invited as
headed
well.
to New Orleans tomorrow.
Carol.
Thank
And
you.
I would like to say, Mr. Sammy has been such a, and you as well, Ms. Carol, I've been such a great support to Tanky Tea of Life, like for a very long time. Like as far as, watching every week, commenting. So we appreciate you so much, you and Mr. Sammy. Thank y'all so much. And to all of you out there who watch every single week, we appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Miss Jacqueline. Marilyn. Yes, who else is on here? Hey, Mommy. Hey, Jessica. All of you out there watching, we appreciate y'all so much. So how was everyone's weekend? Let's talk about that for a second. Because we do have an email letter, but how was everybody's weekend?
It was decent. I hit a tip board, so I hit a tip board, so as soon as I hit that tip board, I took my black ass home. So to keep all my money in my pocket, I hit a little $3 board, so I was ecstatic about that. It's probably been years since I hit one, but yeah.
It's a $3 board. In the what kind of money did that bring you?
So in the juke joints, they run tips. So I think it's 38 tips on the board. So the house keep 8. The house will cut 8 tickets, and that's just where I go. Sometimes on the ball fields, the house will take $1 pay 25. So $1 pay 25, 2 pay 60, 3 pay 90, 4 pay what is that? 120, and 5 pay 150. So you pull a tip. Each tip has got, I don't know if this is illegal gambling, but each tip has got 5. Each, I guess, picks got 5 numbers on it, and you got something called a head. So I think it was like 12. So the head is 12. So what you do is when you grab a ticket, you pay $3 per ticket and you pull it off. If you got a 12, you keep that 12. So when the tip come out or the hit, it might be 12 and 3. If you got 12 and 3, you take home the pot. So that's how we play tips. It's like playing bingo in a
Okay, a
sense.
little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody can't. Yeah,
Mm.
everybody can't run tip boards like that. You got to be hustling to do it because people don't play about their money. And if the tip come out wrong, you got to watch them serial numbers because they only come in like 4 or 5 colors, and some people will try to hold like a burgundy, and then when a burgundy board run again, they try to nah, we ain't doing that.
Gotcha.
How was your weekend?
Well, I think the weekend part was quiet, but I think my weekend started last Tuesday night, about 20 minutes before the show ended.
Okay.
A lot of people were blessed in South Carolina
Oh.
when 44-44 jumped.
Oh, right.
When 44-44
Jay-Z
jumped, baby.
Add another 4.
4 boy, and the 4 was there. It was there. Some people hit for 50 grand and got 100 grand double.
Wow.
I mean, I did go out to Columbia, and people was just coming in and
Yeah.
in. So that was the extension of the weekend. But other than that, just blessed to be, and my thing is I was able to, help out a couple of people because I remember when I didn't have something, and people looked out for me. So I don't wait for someone to ask if I know you may need something or you've been good or whatever. I just drop something and keep it moving. I don't want to hear, nah, I just keep it moving. So.
Did you have a feeling that number was going to hit?
No.
Or, okay, you just played it.
Just happened to talk with my cousin that night, Pat, Sister Pat, Miss Pat Adams, and we were just talking about triples. And if I talk about the triples, I said, well, let me just throw these quads in. So no, I've never hit the quads, and I play numbers pretty decent since I've been a kid, and never hit the quads before. So I thank God for that and been able to help people. So that's how I look at it. So it's the extension for the weekend.
I'm going to have to start playing.
There you go.
How was your weekend, Miss Carol?
My weekend was great. Hung out with some friends on Saturday and Sunday. Did a little shopping, preparing for my birthday, of course.
Yes.
And so people took me out to dinner. So it was pre-celebration because they knew I was not going to be in town. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. For those of you who are just joining us, today is Miss Carol's birthday, and she's celebrating part of her birthday right here on Tangy Tea of Life. So we definitely appreciate her for being here, Mr. Sammy's baby sister.
Yeah. Let me ask Victor real quick. What part of New Jersey your family from?
Trenton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you coming up, you just ride it in. Once you hit past Delaware and you get on that turnpike, you pretty much there.
So I would take numerous ways there. So when we first started traveling, my mom would take the train, you know what I'm saying? Because, my pops was whatever. But she first put me on the road, I think I was 14, and I drove up. And I didn't know the turnpike, so we go through Philly. We take 95 to Philly. And 295 wasn't really built in New Jersey yet.
Right.
So we would take the New Jersey Turnpike, go through the Atlantic City X, and I think we'd get off in Bordentown.
Okay.
And then we would take on to there. But yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I asked because we have another New Jersey, a new viewer tonight that I personally know that is a viewer on our hashtag Truth Be Told Monday through Friday morning show. It's Sister Casey. So what's up, my sister Casey? That's my good friend, and I'm glad that she is viewing this evening. All right.
I'm gonna tell you an interesting story about that turnpike before I'll let you go. So one of the last time before my grandmother got sick, I would go to Jersey just off a whim, just whatever. So I was going through the turnpike. Well, anyway, what I did not understand is when I got my ticket, you push the button.
Right.
All right. So when I would get off on exit 3, the lady told me, she was like, pull to the side for a second. And New Jersey cop came and he told me, he was like, all right, Mr. White, he said, I'm going to issue out you a speeding warning. And I'm looking at him like, bro, I wasn't speeding. He said, the time that you entered the turnpike is this time. Wow. When you came here to pay your toll is this time. There is no way that you was not speeding. I think my average speed was like 81. But yeah, I was. But anything with a New York plate on the turning plate.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't know why they stopped me. But anyway, he told me, he said, the next time you come to the great state of New Jersey, I advise you to stop at our rest area and lower your time before you get on where you're going. And he told me that. But I'm telling you, every time I've been on turn, I've never seen a cop. Never seen a cop. But they always at the exits. And that's exactly what happened to me. That was crazy.
They did.
So I just want to let people know, when y'all get on these turnpikes, Delaware Turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike, all the New York stuff, you being timed. And you can get a ticket.
Exactly.
Hello to everyone who is just joining us. Hello to Trey, Miss Carol's son. He's watching. Also, and he said, happy birthday. Mom? So he said, let me find that again. What did he say? Yes, happy birthday, Mama. Oh, Trey.
Mama said, Mama, send them that cash app.
I know.
Send them that cash app. Flip it around. Send them that cash app.
How much on the cash app, bro? $100.
He
You need to send at least 100, right?
Yeah,
He already took care of Mama.
I know. Troy
Pretty
Station
sure.
in San Diego,
Navy?
Navy.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
You don't get no bail for that one, though. I'll give you one for this being in the service.
So thank you.
I'm broke.
Thank you, Rodney, for the stars. We appreciate you. And you could send stars as well. There's a button down there that's saying how many stars you would like to send Tangy Tea of Life. Supporting the show. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Shanetta. Shanetta said, happy birthday, Miss Carol. Thank y'all so much for watching on this Tuesday. Once again, we talk about any and everything. Here we do have some new folks that's watching tonight, so be aware because things could get a little crazy on the tea.
Last week was interesting, but I'm done.
It's about everyday life, and that's what we do here. We talk about everyday life. Things can get personal sometimes, or however it twists and turn. This is what we're about. All right. So we do have an email letter tonight. All hearts and minds clear.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right. So here's the email letter. So it says, despite everyone telling me to mind my business, I decided to have a conversation with my friend. I just couldn't see my girl go out like this. I know and I understand she is a grown woman and that she really enjoyed this man's company. However, he is someone else's man. Yes, my friend is dealing with a man that's already in a relationship with a live-in girlfriend, and they have 2 kids. She said that she really liked him and they have a really great sex life, but she can control her feelings, and she know how far to go, regardless of what she say. When we have sexual relations with someone is bound to catch feelings. We are sharing an intimate portion of ourselves with someone else. She told him she understands that he cannot give her everything she ultimately wants, and while she doesn't want to serve her lies completely, she would start dating other people. Why are you looking at me like that? Since we had this conversation 3 months ago, she is still seeing this guy. However, the parameters have changed. She is dating other people. Now he is upset with her, and he has now given her an ultimatum saying that if she doesn't stop seeing other men, that she can lose his number. She is constantly calling me and crying. I asked her, why is she putting up with this treatment from him? And plus, she said early on that she could control her feelings. I know that was a lie because my friend is that friend that gives her heart away very easily. This guy has no plans on leaving his girlfriend, and my friend went into this relationship knowing this. He made comments like he would never leave his kids to be raised in a single household. He even told her that he loves his girlfriend despite of them arguing all the time. That is how she got with him. She was there to listen to all his so-called problems, and it led to them having this secret romance. I don't understand why men play games at such an old age, and I don't understand why women allow them to treat them this way. I told her to leave this man alone, but I think it's too late. How can I get her to wake up and understand there is someone out here for her that would treat her much better? And how should I go about doing it without causing our friendship harm? I love my friend and I want her happy. So, sometimes, first of all, thank you for writing the email letter. We appreciate you. Sometimes we do have to stay in our lane. You know, we can be there for support when, you know, our friends ask for our opinions and, you know, things as such. We can, you know, voice our opinion or whatever, but we have to let them make their own decisions, their own choices. In this situation right here, you I don't know if she came to you for advice or you just, you know, told her how you felt. You said despite everyone telling you to mind your business, so I don't know if you went to her, but anyway, you know, being a friend, yeah, that's what we're here for. You know, we be friends to our friends, and but sometimes we have to just back off and let them make a big decision like that. Yeah, knowing that someone is already involved with someone, and that's how, you know, some get caught up. You know, we be there to listen, supposedly be listening to their problems and issues that they're having in their relationship, but then get caught up. And especially, like your friends say, you got intimate with this guy, so and you caught feelings, even though you said you wasn't going to catch feelings. But it's kind of hard, especially when you're having sex multiple times with people. Like,
Seem like you had a hard time saying that just now.
I mean,
Get
but
your groove on now. Come on.
I'm glad she did say, you know, she made a comment about men playing games at such an old age. Not exactly sure how old they are, but I'm glad you came right behind that and said that you don't understand why women allow it, because men could not treat us this way, and if we didn't allow it. So I don't know. I'll come back and finish what I have to say, but I'll turn it over to Victor.
So, a few things. The men playing games thing, I don't think he's playing any games. He's doing exactly what he wants to do. It's not a game. One thing I will say, whether I agree with someone's decision or not, that's me. I'm not the say all be all, you know, when it comes to how somebody should live their life. So I've learned the older I get, even if I don't agree with your decisions, to keep my mouth shut. Because me speaking on your situation, especially if your heart is into it, is going to tarnish our friendship. So I know it is hard when you got a friend that's making a decision that you feel is wrong. It might not be wrong for her. She might not want to have a full-time man. Everybody don't want, you know, to have somebody up under them all the time. Some people say, you know, a piece of a man is better than no man at all. And to some people that is, you know, not good, but to some people they enjoy it. So I'm not going to sit here and down the other lady, but I just think the lady that says she need to mind her business is doing a poor job of minding her business, because she don't need to be talking, especially spreading, you know, stuff about whatever this lady's doing. So I'm going to just leave it at that for right now.
15.
You want to go, Miss Carol? You the guest.
Go ahead, Fatima.
Oh, okay. So, you know, Victor, tonight, you know, we can slice this one slice at a time, or we can slice this whole damn cake, because this is a lot of layers in this SOB tonight. So the first thing is that if you interject it even though you care for your friend, and if you interject it, you was like, I don't care what other people say. I'm going to let her know how I feel. That's the first mistake that person made by interjecting. I like what Lois Parker says. If she asks, tell her. If not, mind your business. Mind your damn business. Because once you open your mouth, she still moved the way she decided to move. You understand what I'm saying? She decided that, he decided he's not going to leave. So you decided to change some of the rules of the game, and now all of a sudden he wants to take his marbles and go home because he can't dictate what's happening here. And and then Nicole Harris, I'm gonna come back to this, but Nicole Harris
please
says
get on her.
men mature later than
Yeah,
females.
dog.
See, I have a problem with that, Nicole Harris, because the way you say it is like I done told y'all before. Some men don't deal with one woman. Y'all keep saying that's maturity. Stop doing that. That's not how life is. Some men and some women don't deal with one partner. As long as you transparent and the other person accepts that, that's how they roll. So don't start to say it's about maturity because all of a sudden the man has a wife and has another. If that's the way he's moving and he tells it, the problem I have with the brother, and I hate to tell men because I can't tell Victor how to move, but I've said this to other men. Bro, if you are doing it, like my mother used to say, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So what I'm saying is, if you got a wife and you got another, my boy Mtume made You, Me, and He because of that. He made that song, You, Me, and He, because it was put to a brother that you're doing it. Now the woman say, I want to do it. And the brother first got tight, but he said, wait a minute, how can I get tight? And I'm doing this, and it's only fair. So I have a problem with anybody doing this and then want to check somebody else when they want to do it. So there's a lot of things going on here, but the bottom line right now is that if this woman, you control your life just like he's controlling his life. He has a wife, you don't have a husband. You don't have to operate to his rules if you choose not to. And if it gets crazy, then just walk away, sis. Because if you're dating other men, then you may find one that you just want to settle down, or you may date until you find that one. That's what I got to say for now.
I agree with both Victor and Fatim because, like Victor said, the girlfriend should have really just let her friend live her own life. It's really hard giving people advice unless you actually in the position yourself to understand what's happening. And if the boyfriend and her was good with just seeing each other and living their own lives that way, enjoying it, then that's what they want to do. I don't see them hurting anyone if it's between the two of them. I know it sounds bad, but this happens all the time. So, girlfriend that wanted to give the advice should have basically just maybe said, hey, I understand it, I feel you, but if that's the life you want to live, then that's you, because you can't interject how you will live your life on someone else.
Unless they ask for it.
Unless they ask for it.
Unless they ask for it.
So,
Well, Patricia says she should stay out of it and be there when her friend needs her. She doesn't need to let this ruin their friendship. And that's exactly right. You have to be careful when you're, I don't want to say minding people's business, but minding other people's business. Like some people can take it and, they'll be cool with you telling them how you feel, but some people don't, and especially if you didn't ask them.
right.
If you don't ask for their opinion, just stay out of it. And I mean, you said, but she did say that her friend called her crying all the time, so she is putting her in it.
And I'm sure she meant well, trying
Yeah.
to advise the friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she did. So, I don't know. It's kind of hard because you don't want to see your friend get hurt. You don't want to see your friend crying all the time and not living a happy life. Like she said, she want to see her friend happy.
But it comes a time, Veronica, that you draw the line. I'm kind of helping somebody like this, and some people know that I'm trying to help them with something like this. But it comes a time that after I continue to give you this advice, I can't be that hamster on that wheel and continue to go around and round and round and round, because it comes a time when you're going to have to take this advice and either heed it or not. And then, but you can't continue to come crying to me over the same thing. You just can't do that. And that's one thing. I want to just say one more thing. So Nicole Harris put a little bit more out here. Now this one now makes, to me, I agree with you, Nicole, on this. He's not mature enough to let her go. Instead, wants to get upset with her and tell her he's not talking to her anymore. Very petty. Grow up and be a man. So
That's bullshit.
for me, that's the part right there that I have to say, Nicole, that and that's what I explained before. He's doing it. Now the woman wants to date other people. Now he's mad.
He's in his
Brother,
feelings.
hell no.
Right.
Hell no. Hell no.
Wait.
No.
Oh, man.
No, because that's control. And that's see, in relationships, we think we control people. And because I do, or we together, we don't control another human being. We talk about respect, but we don't control. So it's a decision that she wants to be the other. So now she wants to date. If he don't like it, then lump his ass. That's all to it.
So what I don't get is you saying control. So each relationship, no matter if it's a friendship, situationship, whatever, comes with boundaries. He set his boundaries. She don't have to be there. So if he's sitting here saying you can't date other people and she abides by those rules, it ain't on him. Now, I don't agree with everything they got going on, but I can't speak on that because they're both, no one is getting hurt, hit, or disrespected. Now, we can outsiders looking at it, and we're sitting here saying, well, my man is controlling her, but he's not, because they're not in a marriage. They're not really in a in a relationship. They're just screwing each other.
But you don't think those boundaries are controlling?
Exactly.
Well, she can leave.
And that's what she need to do if she's not happy with
If
it.
she's not happy, she should leave.
I agree with
but
that.
the only person that's complaining is the friend. Now, the girl did make I think she made a statement in the letter talking about the guys told her that she can't, whatever. But, ma'am, you free to do whatever it is you want to do.
But Vic, and right, Vic. So let's look at this from the other side of the fence. You're right there. I'm cool. She can leave.
Yep.
What I have the issue is the greedy part. He has his cake and he's
Yes.
eating it too, and now she wants to have a little cake and eat it too. Even though he set the boundaries, what I'm saying is she wants to do something similar that he's doing. What's the problem with that to him?
Who's the prize in this whole thing? Who's the prize? Because
Depending on who you look at it from, what perspective you
no,
look at
the
it
prize
from.
is him. Because the only reason I say this is because he has two women right now.
Right.
I don't know which one's the other woman. I really don't.
He has a wife because he said he's not going to leave his
I
kids.
didn't
No,
think
not
you
a
know.
wife.
She's not a wife. That's the
Oh,
girlfriend.
she's not a wife? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
So I don't know who's the main and who's not.
He said he's not leaving the kids.
he's not leaving the kids, but
So that's the main.
I
main
would
one.
assume. Okay, that's the
They
main.
live together.
Right.
So just
now
because you live together don't mean you the main. Let's just
Usually
because you the wife don't mean you the main either.
Here comes that side piece.
That
thing.
yeah. So
Side piece.
Right.
So my whole thing is she is willing to abide by his rules and he's doing whatever he wants to do. He's the prize. No matter how you look at it, no matter the words that how I'm describing this whole entire mess, it's his horse and pony show and she's playing along with it.
Yeah, she has to accept that relationship and be good with it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
she
what
should-
she's
And
did.
that's what she said in the letter. She
Yeah.
did say that she pretty much accepted. Let me see at the beginning because I think the friend said she knew this going in, and let me see. I know and I understand this is a grown woman. Yes, my friend is dealing
So
with
then if
it.
she's good with it, then the girlfriend,
The girlfriend don't know about none. She probably don't know about none of this stuff.
No.
So Nicole is on one tonight. She says if you want to be in a polygamy, then he should say that. I'm not saying it. I don't have to tell you anything. That's the issue. Everybody wants. Is it too loud? If everybody wants to be their partner to be upfront and honest with them, but I feel like nobody likes honesty. Because if I honestly tell you how I feel each and every day, my moods and my feelings change. I might not like your ass today, and tomorrow I could be all in love with you, all because of something that happened 10, 15 minutes ago, and I can be like, this motherfucker here. But I don't necessarily mean I want to leave you. I'm just upset with you. So going into, she's talking about, with the whole polygamy thing, he's not a polygamist, I don't think.
Well, that's what polygamy means.
It does, but when I say he's just playing the field, I mean, a polygamist would pretty much let it be known, everybody
and
living
accept
in the house.
it, and everybody accept it.
Yeah, right now he's doing that. Whatever he's doing, he's just screwing.
He's a man with 2 women.
He's a man with, that's exactly what it is. A man with 2 women.
There you go. And then somebody just said, and it jumped here.
Right, Nicole.
No, it wasn't Nicole. It was Jason.
No, I'm just reading her thing that she just posted.
Most decent females ain't about to lay up with multiple guys when they found a dude they want, and that's
Facts.
interesting. Now you say that's facts. I know a lot of decent women that we look at as quote on decent women, and their emotions are already caught up, and they find a decent dude, but they still gravitate to that guy that don't treat them right or does not fall up to par. And that's why a lot of times when we give advice to our friends, we give advice because they're moving or they're dealing with someone that is not compatible or really on their level, but for some reason they stay, and that's whatever that hang up is. So when you say that most decent females, you got to be careful, because when you use the word decent female, you got to say people that can kind of make up their mind. But when you're emotionally caught up in things, you don't always act logical.
But Fatim, the word decent is subjective.
It is.
It is.
It
What
is.
you consider decent and what I consider decent is different. So Jason is saying most decent females ain't about to go. So that's his definition of decent. My definition of decent may be completely different. So he's not wrong by his definition or how he looks at the word decent. We can go round and round.
Yeah.
Well, here come Nicole back again with her big head ass saying, what is a relationship without trust, honesty, and loyalty? And I'm going to tell you this, every relationship. Everyone. Because I have never been completely honest with nobody. I'm talking about, we say completely honest. How can I lay next to you knowing how you feel about me? Completely honest.
And the young lady I called out that's watching for the first time, KC, we had a conversation about this afternoon about how people want transparency and honesty, but I've been told by some women that they say we want to know the truth, but a lot of times we can't always handle all the truth. So you gotta choose between because sometimes you just tell too much, and it's just not sometimes necessary, because it can just really break the relationship. And then the other person said, well, I didn't need that. I went through that with my late wife, Hanifa. She said, I found out something, and I wanted to know, but honestly, I really couldn't handle it. So sometimes you got to use your judgment. And when she told me, I was confused. I said, I thought you wanted to know. She said, yeah, I wanted to know because that's what our ego wants. But sometimes you men have to be subjected, because she said, you don't know everything about me. And I'm not about to tell you everything about me. And when she told me that, I didn't lose respect for her. I understood what she was saying.
Exactly.
Because you know why? Exactly. Because everything that she might have dropped on me, I may have not been able to handle.
Yeah.
That's a fact, bro.
I think reality is that the ratio of men to women is just so, off that most women
Just come a little closer to that.
most women will choose a man who is already engaged in a relationship, whether he's married or dating or whatever, because men are just limited. I just have to say that. I've been divorced. I've been divorced now for 15 years, and I've dated, and believe it or not, a lot of men pursuing me are married men. And it is up to me to choose to go that route or not. But these men are happily married and would never leave their wives, professional men. And is there anything wrong with that? I think so, because they are being unfaithful to their spouse.
But would you date?
Would I date? No.
Okay. But that's where you draw your line.
That's where I draw my
That's
line.
where you draw your line.
Yeah.
And some women will not draw their line, because I've heard some women say, I don't want the continuous responsibility. I won't say headache. Responsibility. I want you to go home. When you go home, I don't want to wash your drawers.
Yeah, you-
I don't want to do all that. So that's how it is. I don't want that responsibility all the time. But I can enjoy your company. I can enjoy going out to eat, this, that, and other. And I'm not trying to hurt your wife. I'm just trying to enjoy a little bit of your time and enjoy myself at the end of the day. But I don't
But
want
I've
that
had
complete responsibility.
conversation with people who told me, "Hey, what is wrong? What could be wrong with you being with that man? You know, whatever's happening with him and his wife is between him and his wife. Whatever's going to go on with you and him is between you and him." And most times, the side chick or the other woman is sometimes more important than the wife. So she could be good for him.
You know why the side chick is more, I hate to use the word more important,
Yeah.
but most of the times the side chick knows more than the main woman.
She got to.
There you go.
She got to.
Because, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, going back to what Ms. Kara just said about the shortage of the men. That may be true, but me personally, I want someone that's going to be just mine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to know. I mean, you know, if he's dealing with someone else on the side or whatever, but I'm not looking for someone that's already married or someone that's already in a relationship. Don't even tell me you have a friend, because if you tell me you have a friend, that's telling me right there that you have someone in your life that you're, you know, maybe sleeping with, you're talking to. I'm saying like if you come to me and you say, yeah, I have a friend right now, you know, but so that but is okay, that's somebody that you're probably intimate with. So don't drag me along in that, because if my feelings get involved, then it's going to be like, okay, well, you have this person, then you have your friend, and no telling who else you're going to say, oh, that's just my friend, and then someone else come along, and then it's like, no, what are we doing here?
So you gotta explain this a little bit more. So if a guy's interested in you and y'all have a conversation, he say he's a friend, we're grown. Ain't nobody sitting waiting around scratching their, you know what, waiting to find that one.
say
That
you was
just
waiting.
no, but I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, if I meet you and there's some interest, I'm letting you know straight up, I have a friend. We have not made a commitment yet. So
Right.
I'm just letting you know I do have a friend, and I got to see where this is going. I'm just being transparent with you right now. Now, if me and you decide to make a commitment, now we have a further conversation to say, are we exclusive? If we exclusive, then you ask about that friend and what's happening with that friend. But I think in the beginning, it's nothing wrong to let you know there's a friend and then see how you and that person move together. And if there's a commitment or you're trying to pursue a commitment, then you put more cards on the table and say, okay, now I'm exclusive. My friend with the benefits or whatever, that's going to be let loose. And now me and you are going to be exclusive
I
right
mean,
now.
that's how you would do it. But
That's what
just
I'm
saying-
asking you. I'm asking
Me?
you. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go that route. I wouldn't want to go that route, because to me it's a little risky, because I know how I am with people. Like if I'm feeling you, right? And then 5 months down the road, you still have this friend, you know what I'm saying? Now my feelings involved. Now I got to worry about, okay, well, what he doing with the friend? Is he with the friend this night? Like what is going on?
You know, Veronica,
saying.
there are a lot of wives that know this and
Oh,
understand this.
yeah.
And they're okay with it.
Yeah, I know someone that's been dealing with someone for over 20 years.
Yes.
And they're okay with that. But I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't want to go out there. I have men that approach me that have a wife or have a girlfriend, but I choose not to go that route. That's just me. Like, I always look at things, and not saying that I've never dealt with someone that was involved with someone. Yes, the younger Veronica have. But I'm saying, like, me as the older Veronica, I'm looking at things now, like, would I want this person to treat me this way? Like, if I was with someone or I was married, would I want this other female dealing with who I'm with? So now I'm looking at it from another female side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this woman is at home or wherever, and is thinking that her husband or her boyfriend is being faithful. But here we are out together having dinner. or we out of town having a great time and she's home late thinking he's on a business trip or whatever. Like this is how I look at stuff now. I'm looking out for the other woman instead of being the problem for the other woman.
That's why. I know, Victor. I'm sorry. Real quick. That's why I say on the show, be straight up. And if you straight up, then ain't nobody speculating. I ain't got to lie about no business trip if you accept that lifestyle.
So
That's what I'm saying. That's going to be their choice. If they want to have that, if they want to live that lifestyle, then that's their choice.
It sounds like that's what he was expecting, or what he wanted for himself. Have his family, his life, but then have this woman.
Right.
And
Right.
she seemed to be okay with it until girlfriend got in her ear.
Exactly. And that's when it became a problem.
Yes.
see, that's my issue. I don't owe nobody nothing, like nothing. People want honesty. You want me to come out here and you want me to be whatever it is you want me to be. But when I come into a situation, it's like we both playing detective. Okay, how much is this person really lying? Like, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I sit across the table from people sometimes. I'm like, I know this motherfucker lying, but it's how far do I really want to carry on with the lie? If on the first date, first meeting, I ain't telling you I got somebody. Cause if you really think you the only person that I'm texting all day long, that's a doggone lie. And I'd be stupid to think, I'm the only one you texted. I don't care if we exchange 150 text messages a day. There's somebody else that's got your attention somewhere else. And it might be something so simple as a good morning or whatever, this, that, and the other. I'm not saying it's that deep, but there's always somebody lurking in the shadows that when you first meet somebody. I mean, does it happen a lot? I don't know, but I'm just telling you what I think. You know what I'm saying? People want honesty in the beginning, but I don't even know you. So I don't owe you anything. So how can I sit here and walk up on our first date and then say, well, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm seeing 2 women at one time, and that's what you want me to say, but I ain't going to never say no shit like that.
If I ask someone, are you seeing someone? Like if we just meeting, say you and I just met, and I'll be like, oh, okay, are you trying to talk to me? You trying to holler? I'll be like, are you seeing anyone?
Hell no. No, I'm going to tell you no.
Then we can move forward. But if you tell me, no, I have a friend, or, well, I'm not, we're not good at the moment.
I wouldn't date him either.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
May the best woman win.
No, well, then it won't be this one. Because I don't have.
You might not even know you in the competition.
I just said if he tell me that. If someone tell me that, oh yeah, I have a friend, or me and my girl, we going through something right now. They love to use that excuse. We going through a little something right now, so I'm about to call it quits. Then call me when it's quitting time. I don't have the energy. I don't I just don't want to do that now at my age. Like, no.
But if you
Let me ask your lady something, and I know Victor don't like this hypothetical thing, so this is just would you ladies decision some way alter if you were getting up in age where you have no children, you want children, and you know that I can't say when that time come, but some people wait for their career, whatever. But then you getting up in age, and you want a child. Would you consider that? I don't throw my mom's. That's my mother. She did things before I was born. She did whatever I'm not questioning her. But my brother's from a married man, and and my mother said she loved that man, but he was married down here. And, I'm not questioning my mother. She made her decision, and she had to deal with that. You understand? My brother had to go without a father that was in his life. That was the decision that they made. That's not my business. But what I'm saying is, if that was the last child, I think my mother would have still been happy that she had a child versus not having a child. I know this is hypothetical, but would your decision kind of alter, or at least you contemplate if you wanted children, didn't have children, and you was getting up there in age?
I wouldn't have a child with a married man.
Okay.
No. Because for the reasons you just said, I want my children to be raised by their father. I want him to be in the house with them.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't take that as a partial family, in my opinion.
Got you. Veronica?
What's the question? Would I have a child from a?
No, it's not really about a. I'm just saying, with your decision,
If you're getting up in age,
you're getting up in age, you don't have a child, you want to have a child. You know,
And your only
with
choice was
with
a
this,
married man.
as the way you're saying, the way you are now, if somebody got a friend, would you be a little bit more giving to see where that relationship goes? Even they say, well, me and this person is going through problems, blah, blah, blah. Would you be a little bit more giving to listen to see where your relationship will build with that person and see if that person relationship with the person that they say they're having problems with does dissipate and falls by the wayside? I'm just saying, because right now you're so definite, but you have children, you understand, you've been through certain things at the end of the day. So I'm just saying, does a circumstance alter how you move? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I ask. There's nothing wrong with
but
it.
you're
You
still
know?
going to stick to your morals.
Oh, yeah,
and what you
exactly.
believe in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because let me just say this, Carol. My late wife said this to me. I never forget this the day I died. She said to me, I can't stop you from having a child. I can't stop you from having an outside child. I can't tell you if I'll stay or go. But one thing I will be able to tell you that you would do, you're going to be a father to your children. So I don't care if I was in that relationship. If I had an outside child, I'm going to be a father to that child because that's my responsibility. And because how I did it and how I laid, it may not have been the best way, but I still have a responsibility and an obligation to that child.
So I wish I had a hat on, because I'm going to call cap on every woman that said no. Because the reason I say that is because if I really feel like if we could get on this show and we could say the sugarcoat answers or whatever, but I'm telling you, if you want a child, you going to get one.
That don't mean I have to. If I want a child, that don't mean I'm gonna get a child from a married man or a man that already have someone.
That wasn't
I have
that wasn't quite the question. The question was if that was your, I ain't gonna say your only option, but if that was pretty much your only option, would you do it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just like Miss Carol said, you still have to have morals. And
But
just
if your
because-
goal is to have a child, you gonna stick to your morals?
most definitely. You think I'm gonna just have a child with a married man just because I want to have a child? There's many men out here that's not married.
And might not be worth crap, but the married man is worth.
But you talking
What
about
we
I want
talking
a child
about? We
though.
want a child. Well, basically, will you step on somebody to reach your goals? And I will.
And some people will.
I will. No, I will. To get ahead in life,
lot of women will, but-
to get ahead in life, some people do it on their jobs. They'll talk trash about the next man just to get ahead in life.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's not different. That's
we're talking about having
no,
a
that's
child,
not
bringing
different.
a human in.
We're not
this
talking
world.
about that. We're talking about putting your goals in front of your
We
morals.
just talking about having a child.
Yeah, we
you
said
know?
putting your goals in front of your morals. That's the same
If
thing.
your goal is to have a child, so if you know, me and Hanifa talked about it. Now again, I can't make her stay if we didn't have children. And then she talked about adopting, and when she talked about adopting, I said, "Listen, I understand, and I understand how you feel, but I want my child, and I'm gonna tell you, you know, and I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, but once they throw the dirt on me." And I got a child out here from somebody else, and that child can go on and hopefully do some good in this world.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that no more, because after that child is born and 10 and 15, 20 years go by, all that energy starts to dissipate.
It does.
It starts
It
to
does.
dissipate. So I'm just telling you, if I was with a woman that couldn't have a child, I would be sensitive to her. But my goal,
Yes.
always want to have a child. I'm gonna have a child.
You
y'all.
gonna have a
I'm gonna have a
child.
child. I mean,
You
it's
have a
no,
child with a
it's no.
married
I would
woman?
have a child with another woman. Yes.
No,
married-
he's married.
No, I'm married. Put it on me.
Married.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
She's wanting
Ah,
a
yeah,
child.
I
I'm
would
gonna do
too.
that.
I would
Father
too.
her child is what he
So
said.
that's my goal. My goal is bigger than us.
So you will bring a child in this world
Yes.
knowing that you're married,
Yes.
but your wife can't have kids.
Yes.
But you're gonna have a
Yes.
child
Yes.
with another
Woman.
woman just because you
I
wanna
want.
have
That's
a
my
child.
child. I want a
So
child.
what?
Yeah, because
It ain't my fault she can't have kids.
and that's what I want.
It ain't my fault.
I'm not saying I'm being insensitive and I
You
just
are
go out there and do that. No, I'm not
Because you're
insensitive.
bringing a
No,
human-
no, no, no.
Are you
I'm
even
not
thinking about this child that you're bringing in this world?
what I'm saying is I'm insensitive if I take her consideration. If I come to her and tell her and she doesn't agree, then we can part. And I understand that. But my goal, just like if my sperm didn't work and she wanted to have a child,
She should leave you.
is if that's the
She
case,
should
because she
leave
has
you
the
or
right to have her
another-
own child.
Wait.
Would you be?
She's-
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Miss.
Would
Carol.
you be okay with her having another man?
Would I be okay if I couldn't have a child? Yes.
And you
Yeah,
and
but
her
yeah, I
raise
mean,
that
it would
child?
be some more, you know how they do it, but yeah.
So you'll be. Oh wait. First, of all, let's back up. So are we talking about like you just being like a sperm donor? Or are you talking about actually laying down with this person and having sex? and
We
having-
did talk about this before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we
I
did
wanna
talk
know,
about.
yeah.
When I say we talked about this, me and Hanifa talked about this
Mm-hmm.
because this came up about a friend. It really got to this conversation where a friend had cancer cells down there, and the doctor said that she had a year. He said not like 2 years that she could have a child. Me and Hanifa talked about it, and you know she's not here. I hate to talk about
I'm
something
talking
that I
about which
hear.
one? Are you laying down or are you sperming?
So I said I wanted to. I told her this because I know she was gonna be mad. I said, well, you know, I want to make the. You know, they say when you make the baby, you help make the personality. She's all hell no, you ain't gonna do that. But because of the circumstances, I wouldn't have laid down with it. I would have been a sperm
then
donor.
that's
I would have been a
that's-
sperm donor in that case. But what I'm saying is, if me and her, if she couldn't have a child, and we find somebody that could be a surrogate, then we can work that out. But I'm telling you, I'm going to do that. It is going to happen.
And a lot of people
Right.
go that route for someone that cannot have a baby or the man can't produce kids. Like that's yeah.
Who got
I thought- I
15,000
thought you
just
was
laying
talk-
around?
I thought you was just talking about just laying with.
Hell no, we ain't going. Hell no.
You playing poke.
Well,
Now
50.
that you broke it down, okay, that makes more sense. I thought you was just talking about laying down with someone.
with the woman and having a baby, and this woman is going to raise this child.
Yes.
Yes.
Yours.
Well,
is
I mean,
Yes.
I didn't outrule that neither. I
Yes.
mean, it wasn't a definitely sperm donor everywhere. I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. I would hate to be a sperm donor. I just think that there's certain circumstances. But if I'm gonna, you know, make this decision, I would rather make my child the right way, not the right way, but you know, I wanted to bake in the oven. I want to bake in the
You
oven.
supposed to.
I wanted, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you. I
saying?
mean, because we talking about you start doing that in vitro stuff. If it don't stick, you got to pay for it again. Dick is free. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead. We can lay down. It's free, and we can keep doing it until it stick. That's just what it is.
I'm with Nicole on this one when she says karma. Karma is a beast, and that's why we have to be careful how we treat people. Just because you want a child and your partner can't have a child, you're gonna go sleep with someone else so you can get this baby.
I'm saying, I mean, you painting it in like a harsh way.
I mean,
but
you
what I'm
broke it down
saying
good when you
is,
said
we had
donor.
this discussion, and I wasn't insensitive to her, but I was not willing to adopt. I wanted my own seed, and one of the reasons why is because my first marriage, I was a stepfather, and I watched that, and it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I wanted to see a child that walk or look like me, had my texture in my hair.
DNA.
Exactly, and that's so important right now. Let me just tell y'all something, and and I'll tell y'all straight. If my kids are watching this, I don't mean to be insensitive to them, but my father had a big family, a lot of men. They're dying off. They're dying off. So if I decide right now to go out there and make a baby, I'm not guaranteed to make a boy. But if I choose to do that, my kids may be upset.
Do you have all girls?
I have 2 girls.
Okay.
But if I choose to continue to say I want to have two more children, that's on me. Even though I'm not in a relationship. What I'm saying is, and we talked about this, this is a male chauvinist society. Let's talk a spade a spade. We want to talk about equality here. And yes, we all human, male and women. But in this world, it's a male chauvinist society. What we men do may not be right, but we don't get penalized but like y'all women would get penalized if y'all move like us men in this society. You understand? So right is right and wrong is wrong. I got that. But in this society, men tend to move the way they want to. It doesn't make it right. And then
It don't make it wrong.
Some women tend to accept it. You know how many, right now, we all know women that have a man that has a baby on them. Some of us, and they ain't leave that man. They didn't leave that man.
I know, yeah.
But
That's true.
so Mr. Sammy said he was making some points. He said, "But most men do want a son," and that is it. So my first was a boy, and I was content with that, And then I had two more, but I will say this, and like you said, if your kids watching this, I wanted a chocolate baby because my older three kids are with a Caucasian woman, and I was.
Caramel.
That's an interesting point.
And
See what he just said?
Yeah,
I wanted a chocolate
I wanted a
baby.
chocolate baby, and I got one.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And he's something else right now. But I mean, I got a newborn at 43 years old, and I'm happy for him because that's what I wanted to do, and that was my goal. I wanted a chocolate baby, and I got me one.
So you went shopping so you could find that person.
You was in the Hershey aisle.
I ain't gonna say I went shopping, but yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
So let's get into some of these comments. Let me scroll back up. Let me see. Hey, Michael Keith, how are you?
So one comment I will say is Nicole Harris is really, really, really pushing buttons tonight. And she said, we women go through too much to play games with men who is not ready for a committed relationship. So with that being said, and I can only speak to the bros in the room right now, how many times have you taken a woman on a date and it hasn't gone anywhere because either she was just hungry or she was just kind of feeling you out and you had to pay for the meal and that whole expense with that? How many times you been on a date with a woman and you had to pretty much be her protector that night, keep her entertained, and the whole date was about her? But women have it hard when it comes to dating, I reckon.
Yes, we do.
I'm not saying you got it easy, but you say they go through too much. Men do too.
I guess she's just speaking from a women perspective because she's a woman. That's why she's saying women go through too much to play games.
And I'm speaking for
And
a
we
man
do.
perspective, saying that we go through more than what y'all go through.
I'm not, I don't know. I'm not a man.
There you
But
go.
if you say that y'all go through more than we go through, okay. Winter. I feel like letting a person know what you got going on in the beginning, it gives them the opportunity to determine if that's something they want to deal with or not. Exactly. That way they aren't blindsided when it does come out. Exactly. And not saying that you have to tell someone your life secrets, but at least, let someone know if you're, seeing someone or not. That's just, I agree with that. Tyrone says, what's the difference between a married man and a man with multiple children from multiple women? Technically, the married man is easier to deal with, right?
I can almost agree with that.
I mean, even if a married man is more easier to deal with, of course he's going to be more easier to deal with because he's at home with his wife. He don't have to be around me 24/7. So
He's not split so
yeah.
many different ways. Multiple children, multiple baby mamas. You're split so many different ways, different personalities. If you married and at home, you're more grounded and you're more centered. Everything is more centered base. Everything is coming from one location. So if you are dealing with that person, is you everything is coming from the center. But if you're dealing with a man that has multiple children, and if it's multiple baby mamas as well, it's a lot more energy and a lot more chances for multiple problems.
Wait a minute, bro. How can he be at home if he cheating?
No. When I use the word home, they talk it. No, this is what he said. When
get
I
it.
said home, I'm saying you're concentrating on one. Remember, in the sense of the energy. So that's what I'm saying. Which one would you rather cheat with? Would a married one versus someone with multiple children?
If that married man cheating, you ain't the only one.
Oh,
he
yeah, that's
cheating
right.
with.
Right, yeah, I
so,
got that.
so it's gonna be some like if I was to deal with a married woman,
Right.
I'm pretty sure I ain't the only dude.
Could be the only dude.
You could be.
I mean, I probably am, but because it's me. But what I'm saying is I really fit with men. We talking about men.
Mm-hmm.
if I'm already cheating on my wife, I'd rather get caught cheating with multiple women than to get caught cheating with one. Cheating is cheating. Cheating is cheating. It don't. If once you catch me and I got Susie and Jennifer and Deborah in my phone, that's just as detrimental as just having Susie in my phone.
Well, you know what? I mean, this is again. It comes down to your own decision. Some men, we say that men cheat for different reasons.
Facts.
Sometimes we say that men cheat because they're lacking something. Sometimes we say they cheat because they're greed. I think if it's greed, then it may be that multiple. I think if it's lacking, sometimes you
That's the
you
same,
find
right?
well, not really, because if it's something lacking and you get that from that outside person, then you're not looking to keep getting things. If you're looking for that one thing that I'm not getting, for instance, that person is more sensual to you, cooks a little bit more or cooks better or whatever, and you gravitate towards them, then you satisfy what your craving is for what you're not getting at home. So you balance it. I'm still with the one at home. There's things I like about that person, but I'm also missing something from that I'm getting from one other
And that
person.
one other person fulfills.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. See, this is the thing. I ain't cheating a long time. Why am I eating her food if I'm cheating with her?
Why not?
Bro, hell no, man. You tripping.
Man, look,
Why? If I'm cheating, I shouldn't be accepting no gifts.
What? You done lost your mind.
So
You
how
play
could
the
come,
game,
bro? What is
shit.
wrong? Bro, how I'ma come home with this?
You ain't
You got to look at the long
Even
game.
at the other person's house.
You ain't taking that home.
He's
Come
saying, Why are
on.
you gaining weight?
I can't, bro.
I'm eating out.
You got
eating out.
You got to understand. I can't come home smelling different. I can't come home with new clothes that ain't got no tags on it. I can't.
You don't know how to cheat?
I know how to cheat,
Okay.
Listen.
but listen. This is what I'm saying. Make it easy on yourself. If I'm cheating, I shouldn't be catching feelings anyway. So I don't care nothing about you.
I'm catching
Everybody-
feelings 'cause I want both, and usually I catch feelings because the smart thing is the soap I use at home gonna be over at that house. Yeah, the cologne I walk out the door gonna be over at that house too. I'm not getting caught. I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy. If I'm cheating, I'm not lazy.
No, I don't
I'm
need
thinking
to-
ahead
but-
because a lot of men think with this and they don't think with this.
But see, this is the thing I've always said. I don't cheat.
Okay.
So when I was cheating, there was some things that I played by certain rules. I shouldn't be eating your food. I keep telling you, Roots is real, bro.
Oh, I know that.
Roots is real. I'm not eating there. Why are we?
Is that only in the South?
Well, Roots is, don't think we don't migrate up north.
Damn right.
You sitting there on your phone. I'm sitting on your couch. You sitting back. Hey, man, put your damn phone down. What is you doing? We out to eat. Why is we going out to eat in South Carolina? Now, like, you saying you cheat smart, but I'm telling you,
I'm just saying there are people that do cheat
there's
smart.
people
Yeah,
that
you
do.
don't slip up.
There is
sometimes.
some people that
I
do.
think you're a little paranoid.
Yeah, because
You supposed if
I done-
I'm cheating, listen.
I done did some things that
So,
I just ain't get caught.
If we talking about paranoia, if I'm married, you damn right I'm paranoid because I have a lot to lose where I'm coming from. So I have to move like I'm a fugitive. I'm serious. We ain't going no place that got cameras. I'm using cash. All this shit. Y'all, hey, it's 2024. See, back in the day, it wasn't no cameras. It wasn't none of that. The credit cards and statements and all that. Nah, these ATMs got cameras. These toll booths to get your ass going through easy passes. Hell no. It's easier to sit my black ass at home and be miserable with this motherfucker over here than to be spreading my seed any and every way. Nah, I'm going to just stay home, man. Because it's just too much out there. But if I did decide to cheat,
But if I did this,
I got a game plan on how to damn do it.
So instead of cheating, get you that one woman, the
Oh.
side chick,
No,
and be done with it.
but you know what? I'm gonna tell you, Shanita, she from New York, right? She says, "What's done in the dark will come to the light."
that's why I
Not
say
all the time,
That's why I say
Every single time.
That's why I say turn the flashlight on right in the beginning. And
but it don't.
yeah, I know.
It don't. There's some things that I will take to the grave,
yeah.
but that's because the other person took it to the grave. So we both have to take it to the grave.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I can understand getting into a situation with someone married because she don't want to doggone mess up what she got going on. I still want to do whatever it is that I'm doing. And we both got to take it to the
Yeah,
grave.
let me just say this here real quick. You know, and we ain't going into fatigue tonight, but I'll say this part. You know, I was hurt in my first relationship, and it took a long time. When I use the word, I was rigid. I put up a wall that I dealt with women, but I never allowed my emotions to get total with one woman because I was hurt when I put my interest there. When I got with Hanifa, she gained my trust as time went on because I was rigid. You not gonna do that to me like another woman, even though you're not that woman. So for me back then, I tell you this, Vic. If I had a child before, I don't know if I'd have made that commitment unless she earned that trust because I built up that wall. I don't want to feel that pain no more. But as it went on, you understand? So it's tough. It's tough, especially with us men with emotion. What's going on? Somebody said something here?
Yeah.
Well, where did it say?
There's a lot of comments coming
T,
through.
you are looking very. Hey, Michelle. Thank you.
Boy, you was light skinned before, but you bright as shit now.
What Michelle said?
Thank you, Michelle. That's my.
Oh, man.
Quran says when only
You're looking very handsome tonight.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that,
Michelle.
my sister. Thank you.
So Quran says when only referencing the man or the husband, but what about the wife and the children that he already has at home? It's not only affects him, but it affects everyone he's attached to, and that's the truth. Tyrone says take cheating off the table. We're talking about the women's relationship experience. I don't know if he's commented behind someone or what. So in other words, I'm hearing that a man is going to cheat just because another woman cooks better. That's a silly reason, right? If he finds one that's
If somebody can't cook no rice, hell yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So we going there. So before July 4th, we gonna have fireworks, right? So that's what we doing now. That's what we doing now. So for team just want to start up with this mess. Okay,
You rolled me last week
Game-
like a donkey.
game on.
So Nicole says, don't be insecure. Most men have female friends and most women have male friends. That doesn't mean they're cheating.
Hold on. So I have a real problem with people saying insecure. Why can't I be insecure? What is wrong with being insecure? Nicole uses that word a lot. What is wrong with that? My insecurities is the reason why I'm alive now. My insecurities or fears keep me out of these young boys clubs, makes me put my seatbelt on, makes me go to the doctor every 6 months. Like, we got to stop weaponizing that word insecure. Well, you don't have to. I would like for you to stop weaponizing insecure because your insecurities and your intuitions will keep you safe, man. But I know she loves that word insecure.
But it also insecure can also cause too many problems because it can drive a person up the wall, especially if they are faithful and not doing
Now
it.
that's not that. Now
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
So Laura says, I think being with only one other can give the sense there is more of an emotional connection.
What?
I don't know if she was commenting behind someone.
I think being with only one other can give more of a. I mean, that's her opinion. I mean, I get it. I think I get what she's talking about. Being with one person can give you an emotional connection. I mean, and I'm going to throw this fishing rod out there, but you can have an emotional connection with multiple people. I don't do things like that. Well, I'm just saying, I have seen, I know someone who's in love with two people.
Oh yeah, I know.
And they in love.
And I told y'all before, I practice monogamy, but I believe in polygamy. I believe in it. That's what I do. I do. If it works for you, then make it happen. I practice it, but I believe in it. And that's who I am. And I tell you straight up.
So with that statement,
Right.
a lot of people going it's gonna go over their head. You respect the person enough to give them the monogamy, even though
My belief is I believe in
and
a polygamous relationship.
so that's another thing I have an issue with in 2024 dating. People don't comprehend and people don't listen.
Correct.
That is a big damn problem coming up now because people have been hurt so much. They don't comprehend and they don't listen when people are talking. They only hear them certain trigger words and they like, "Oh, you talking shit about me." I'm not. Listen to the entire body of work, not just the last 3 to 4 words.
That's right.
Tyrone says men who cheat for sport have a different perspective.
That's true.
And
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because because if they cheat for a sport and they're not in a relationship, I hate to wait, back that up. What do you mean cheat for a sport?
A number.
Yeah, but because what I'm
Hobby.
saying is, if you're cheating, that means you're in a relationship. Do you mean cheating or do you mean dating different women? Because I don't look at dating different women as cheating. And I never will do that. Because if you're not in a committed relationship and you telling people, I date this one, I date that one, that's not cheating. You dating. I don't have a commitment. I don't have an obligation to one person. And I did that. I dated different women. Some I was intimate with, some I wasn't. And you have the right to know it, especially in a time with the kind of STDs out here. You need to know that. We don't play Russian roulette with our lives or other people's lives. That's when we don't respect someone. If you're going to respect someone, then you respect them and you respect their lives.
So,
go ahead, Ms.
so that whole terminology is called being a player
That's correct.
because you're out there.
That's right.
Multiple women,
Correct.
and someone said, what was the term? Is a sport,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
a
you're a
sport,
player.
a sport is a game.
Yeah, that's correct.
Players play games.
That's right.
So basically, he's a player.
That's right. And I was a player.
And some men okay with being players, and some women okay knowing men are players.
And some women are players as well.
Yes.
Goes
I've
both
seen it.
ways. It definitely go both ways these days. Like maybe back in the day, you may have seen more men cheating
Oh, yeah.
on their wives, but now it's like
Ooh.
you see women out here that have these men on
Shit,
the
they was
side
cheating back
as
then.
well.
They had to
I'm
be
just saying
cheating.
now
the
it's like
moo-moos.
more of
Papa
like
was
you
a
can
Rolling
see it
Stone?
more.
No, they was cheating back then because it wasn't no DNA tests and all that. You know, granddaddy just had to raise whatever came out of grandmama. So we don't know what was going on. But we like to think grandmama wasn't hiking that skirt up in the field, but we don't know that.
Yeah, because it wasn't out there like now. Like people publicly tell their business. You know what I'm saying? Back then, grandma was hush hush.
Until that
Papa was a Rolling Stone because all these kids been coming, popping up. But now it's like,
like Victor said, that you got 7 children and that one got that 6th little finger. That ain't yours. That ain't yours, baby.
But we ain't trying to be. We just trying to keep it even right now. You know, we understand. Oh, let me back up. I understand it goes both ways. Women cheat smarter. Women cheat better. But we all cheat.
no, don't say we all cheat now.
What do you mean? No, he
Men
don't
and
mean.
women.
Yeah, he don't mean.
Well,
That's
break
what he
it down.
means. That's what he
Okay.
means. Men and women cheat. That's what he means.
Me and Miss Carol was like, wait a minute. What? Okay.
Wait. Cheryl she was waiting to come at me. I knew Fatine was a player from the Himalayas.
Yes, Cheryl. You're exactly right.
Oh, Lord.
So me and Nicole is your. That's your homegirl, right?
No,
I thought she was from Brooklyn.
No, KC is from. I don't know where Nicole is from.
Nicole, me and Nicole gonna have to put on some gloves or something. Only I believe. She said only I believe that. Okay, well, Nicole, I may be the only one that believe that, but I am in my own little world.
What?
That everybody cheat. Like when I just said women cheat better.
Okay, I
Women,
didn't know where the comment was coming from. So that's what.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming that's what she was talking about. But yeah.
So
Go ahead.
And I know, yeah, once again, people don't comprehend and people don't listen. I was saying men as a body of men, not all, but men cheat, women cheat.
But that doesn't mean that we didn't comprehend. It's just that you
But you-
broke it down better once we said no, all men, all women.
But I never used the word
Exactly.
all. So the whole scenario was women cheat better. So that would mean women who
And you said we all cheat.
No, but he was grouping men and
I
women.
know, but
Oh.
we thought he was saying all, like
Do women
everybody.
cheat better, Victor?
because I've had this conversation. Men talk too much.
That's true.
We gossip, like the gossiping aspect
I know I talk.
has been put on y'all.
You aren't telling your business.
I talk too much.
Yes.
My mother told me that. My mother
But
told
are
me that
you
a long
gonna
time
sit-
ago. I
no,
talk.
we-
Yes.
We ain't even get,
No, I'm not going transparent tonight, but I talk too much.
Well, yes. Y'all listen. Let the men talk for a second.
Okay.
The gossiping stigma has been put on women, but men talk too much. We gossip too much. We hit the baddest thing in the club, and we got to tell
Is that
somebody.
gossiping or bragging?
It's about the same. It's about okay.
and I'm not even getting ready to go down this road
'Cause
tonight.
men like to brag. It's like putting notches on your.
But
belt.
that's also gossip. Well, I guess
It's
it's
like poking your chest out and trying to claim what you've done.
now gossiping, bragging. It's all talk. Let's just say it's all talking. Men talk too much. Can we agree on that? Men talk too much.
It's like it's a competition or something where you guys got to outdo each other.
Some.
Because things is competitive for us, amongst us men.
It's everything's competitive.
Yeah, we
I can tie
competitive.
my shoe faster
We're
than you.
competitive. We're competitive people. That's why sometimes we're competitive with women. See, that's another thing that our nature. See, that's why a lot of times when we try to have this conversation, and this is no disrespect, but the emotional aspect of a woman, when we talk about the competitive in our nature, y'all get in a tissy fit. But that's sometimes how we explain it, that our nature is different than y'all. We're not the same. We're human beings, but we're not made up the same. Our nature is the competitive. Our nature is to conquer. We go out there and we get women. That's what we do. That's it. Y'all want us to be nice about it and be passive in 2024. We're hunters.
So you got a club in one hand and you.
Damn right, and pull it up out of here.
So-
but I mean, I don't do that because we're not being disrespectful. But don't disrespect that we do have a nature. It's something about us. Y'all,
So
we
then-
take charge.
So then the young man in the store in the letter, because
That's his nature.
that's because
And he's controlling too.
He wanted
And
both.
even though Victor says and I understand what Victor's saying, but a man is controlling over his house. A lion is controlling.
His kingdom.
That's his kingdom.
Yeah.
So even though what Victor said, I have to understand what he's saying. I'm just saying, as us being human, we should use a little bit more common sense. But the nature of us
Yeah.
is the same as the animal kingdom, but we're supposed to operate because God gave us this will
So
and this,
do
that, and the
you
other.
get upset when you lose a woman? Let's say he had.
Of course you do.
Oh, of course.
you do.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's why I said it was ownership. Ownership. That's something that we owned.
That's a fact. Understand what he's saying. When he's saying own, don't take that as
That's right.
yeah, you got own. Just
My
yeah,
possession.
this is just like my man. That's my woman. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say, what is the alpha male and the alpha female? Y'all won't dominate an alpha male
No.
because y'all will lay down, not lay down and be submissive, but y'all will fall in order because that alpha male, and especially if he's doing right, and you are alpha female, you fall in place because you will let that man lead.
Got to.
So when the side girlfriend, if girlfriend decided, hey, I can't do this any longer,
Right.
I'm leaving. Now he's done with her.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna try to hold on because he don't want to lose anything. But he has to realize he's gonna try to
In the letter,
intimidate.
he did say
Yeah,
right that he
yeah.
pretty much wanted her just to go her way because she started dating.
He's gonna
Right.
He's going to try to intimidate. That's what we do. We try to intimidate. We try to get our way. That's where sometimes, and I know Victor may not agree with us, but we still, even as grown adults, as men, still have a childish nature. You understand? That's why sometimes when we gravitate to our wives, we look for our mother in our wives. Because we
I agree
still
with
have
that.
We
I agree
still
with
have
that.
that.
I
You
agree
understand
with
what I'm saying? It doesn't go away from us. We supposed to be more mature and be able to control that. but they're still inside, and sometimes that doesn't develop, and sometimes that controls more of us than we control that.
So then the person that made that statement about men being immature, does that go back to you guys looking?
That's why I said when they went into the second stage of it, I said I can understand that. Victor disagreed, but I said I can understand that now because, yeah, that is a sign of immaturity because now you can do it, but now that person can't do it. So that's where I said the immaturity, even though the nature, I understand what Victor's saying, the nature of him will have him respond the way Victor was talking.
That's a fact, bro. I can't disagree with nothing you said. Hey, but if you notice what he was saying, he kind of gave you all the playbook, but like he said, Fatim said I talk too much, but that's just a little side joke. But I will say this. I've noticed that, I guess they say women. I want to talk about the gossip thing for just a half a second. The women in the comment are saying, yes, men do gossip. But a lot of times when we gossip to our woman and then she'll tell another woman and that's how it starts with us. Hey, man, guess what? John over here is sleeping around with Sally Mae. Oh, but don't tell nobody I told you that. And then, John, and then it gets out from there. We start that shit and then we get mad when it get out. That's what we do, man.
Listen, I'm not that chick. Because if my man come to me and he tell me something in private, you best believe that it's going to stay between us. I'm not getting ready to go over here. Oh, Pam, you know what? Guess what? So-and-so just told me. And you better not say nothing. Like, I just feel like that's between us. If he's telling me something in private, then that's going to stay between us.
All right, so Veronica, I have to ask this. Please be honest with me.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
this is going to fall back into what Victor said a couple of weeks ago. Have you ever pillow talked? Have you ever
I mean,
pillow talked? Meaning that somebody did tell you something and that you did share it.
yes.
Okay.
The young Veronica.
Oh,
The
my
old
God. You was younger
Veronica,
yesterday.
Yeah. But that's what Victor
You
was
know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
I'm gonna go there.
right. And
The older, mature Veronica. If
Right.
somebody tell me something in private, Veronica's gonna keep it private. That's just like if Miss Carol come to me and say, Veronica, I'm gonna tell you this, but don't tell nobody. I'm gonna have respect enough for her to not share what she just told me.
So I appreciate your honesty. I'm not going to take it back to have this conversation, but that's what Victor was trying to say a couple of weeks ago when he said everybody talks, meaning
That's
that
not
you
what
might.
Victor was saying.
That is exactly
That is
what
not
Victor was saying.
Victor said all men
They do.
gossip. That's
I
not
said
true.
talk. I said
But
talk.
All men don't.
And
talk
Nick
like
actually
that.
said it, but I just backed her up.
So
all
what-
men don't.
So
That's
what
all
happened?
men
So the
do.
Okay,
point.
we ain't even getting ready to go
Yeah,
there.
we're not going there. But the point I had to make that because at mostly one time in our life we have. So it's just very hard to say because I know sometimes we don't want to broad brush stuff because I'm one of the first don't broad brush something. But on that one, it's more of a given that people have talk. We have loose
Rewind the
lips.
tape.
We have
Rewind the
loose lips.
tape because you even agreed when you said no, all men don't talk. That's what you said last week.
That is not what he
You
said.
That's what you said last week.
That is not what he said last
But I'm
week.
just-
Well, we didn't say it was 2 weeks ago, but
That is-
but we
that
don't
is-
have to go there. But I'm just trying to.
No.
there. Y'all
Let's
brought it up.
let's go there because what was said was she asked you for team do you talk and you said no. I broke it down a little differently and then you said yeah I did. Yeah, so you did agree.
I talk.
I know every man talks. All
Every man do not talk.
you a man?
Are you?
No.
Okay then.
That don't even make no
moving
damn
on.
sense.
To each other men, you saying?
Well,
Or
what-
to
Yeah,
his
like
woman?
telling them their business. Like
That was not the
well,
scenario.
Yeah.
Let me break it down. The scenario was the letter from last week when no Nick was here last. That was last.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Well, whenever 5 weeks ago. Who cares? We talking about all men talk. Okay, so anyway, so Nick was saying that the man that was paying all the bills for his ex-wife, she said, well, you best believe he's out there telling everybody that he's still paying all the bills. And I was like, well, no, because all men don't talk like that. Like, why would he want to tell someone that he's paying all the bills? So that's when they both said, all men talk, meaning all men are, just a minute, all men tell their business.
That is not what was said, because you're getting it wrong. So we're gonna have to stop you there. That is
that-
not.
You
Neek
don't
wasn't
have to
here
stop me there
because
because that's
it was
what
first Victor
Vic-
and then it was Herm because Herm sat here. I
Neek
was
was
here.
right here.
No,
when
she
we
wasn't
talked
here
about
then.
All men talk. Yes,
Yeah.
he
She was okay.
So anyway, that's when I said no. All men don't talk. All men don't tell their secrets. All men don't gossip.
That was not. That's what you were saying, but that was not the subject that we were talking about. The subject was if a man is paying bills in a house, he's gonna tell everybody, "I'm paying bills in that house." That's not a secret.
Why? But
Why would
he
you even say that?
Exactly.
Because the scenario was another man is coming to the crib. Would you sneak this man in the house or whatever? And she was like, you best believe if that man is paying bills that he's going to let it be known, this my house, this what I'm paying bills at. Ain't a damn man in America that's going to sit here and play bills in the house and another man come in there and he not let it be known
He's gonna
that I'm
claim
paying
that.
you
his
gotta
bill.
broadcast that to everybody that you paying all the.
You don't get it, but okay.
Okay, well I'll never get it because I don't understand that. Why you gotta broadcast that you pay the bills at your ex? What? That's the
that is
decision that you made.
That is not what I'm saying, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead because it goes back into the competitive nature of a man. We're going to do that. We're going to claim ours. We're never going to allow
Thank you,
another
Denise.
man to benefit from something that we doing and don't claim it. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and another man benefiting going into that house and I'm paying the bills. Ain't no
You
way
know
I'm gonna keep
what?
my
Stop
damn mouth
listening
shut.
to that.
I'm gonna say
That's exactly what was that was.
You did not say that last week, but go ahead. Y'all can try to play it off now, but let's move on because y'all about to piss me off when y'all know that's not what was said last week. Y'all said all men.
Last week
gossip,
I was
all men-
venting.
2 weeks. I don't care.
Okay.
5 weeks. 2 months ago. Stop
Then it matters. I mean, just because you mad don't mean we don't
It's
get
not
mad.
that I'm mad because y'all always be trying to twist something like I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all said all men talk, all men gossip, and I said no, all men do not talk and all men do not gossip, and I stand on that.
Okay, you stand on it. That don't necessarily mean you right, though. That don't mean you right. You can't speak for all men. Neither can I. You can't. I mean, you can get upset, but it is what it is after
Yeah,
that.
it is what it is.
Every man I ever talked to talk. They do.
And that's why a lot of men need to grow up and stop.
See, now look,
telling-
see,
and
see,
stop-
now we getting
and
personal.
stop
This
telling
the
their
shit here.
business.
Go ahead.
It's not about being personal. I'm just saying, what grown man is going to sit around with other men and tell all their business?
So tell me what a
about
grown
what-
man-
I did say that earlier that men gossip because it used to be
Yes.
where women did it, but now
So tell me what's a grown man then.
A grown man is somebody that's going to keep stuff that was told to him. A grown man is somebody that's going to, if something is going on inside his home, he's not going to go out here in the barbershop or in the streets and tell everybody. If he hit this girl, meaning slept with, a grown man is not going to get out here and tell everybody who he slept with. That's a grown man.
That's it. Is that it? Because you ain't said nothing about being a provider, protector.
Man, get out of here with that.
No, you just said grow up.
A grown man probably won't even tell that. Oh, I'm out here providing, man. I'm out here paying all these bills. I'm out here doing it. I mean, come on. Let's be real.
No, we trying to be real, but you playing.
I'm not.
Because I know every man that I've talked to gonna always tell another man, bro, you ain't doing. You can point at me,
That you
but,
talk to.
but
That's not
guess
all
what?
men.
But so let me tell you something. There's 2 other grown men in here. So they gonna sit here and tell you if like Fatim said on our mail show, if a man is fucking up, I'm gonna tell you, bro, you doing wrong. This is what you need to be doing. If you unemployed, bro, you need to come down here to the job and get you a job, because that's not what a man does.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. But you don't be in the circle with men, so you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, and I don't want to be in a circle with men that gossip and talk. Those are.
Well, you in a circle right now with
not
men who
grown
gossip
men.
and talk.
Well, then.
You can make it by. I'm telling you, you gonna
But you
die.
really
You gonna
is right,
you gonna just
Nicole.
die on that hill. Then I'm gonna have to die on mine. But I'm telling you, all men gossip and they talk. However you want to church up the word gossip.
Anybody churching it up, but you can't say all men, Victor. You don't know all men. Say the man that you deal with, the man that you talk to, the man that's in your life, the man that is in your circle.
I don't have any men in my life.
Not,
That's what you said.
well, boys, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying. The people that you deal with that's in your circle, say that, because you don't know all men.
Oh, wait. Okay, so let's get back on track. So Quran puts this out here. I'm trying to figure out how can you tell somebody they're not walking right or acting right if you are not. Yes, you can. Your parent is an alcoholic and can tell you not to drink. You know what I'm saying? You can tell somebody, even if you're not walking right, even though you may look
Is-
hypocritical, you still can tell somebody what's right. Don't do what I do or how or what you see me do. Do what I say.
That's called being humble.
That's it. Don't say because you're not walking right. Because a lot of us don't walk right. We raise our children and we tell them to do right.
That's a
so
fact.
don't say that.
That's a
that
fact.
you can't check somebody if you're not doing right.
I guess she's just gonna be
Get outta
the,
here.
the epitome of what's right. So I guess she should just write down and tell us what's right.
Oh,
Then
stop that.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
Does she
crazy.
have her own opinion?
I don't care. It's
that's how she
opinion,
feel.
but you got to look
So-
at this. Opinion and fact is two different things, right? That's your opinion about how can somebody do it, but people do it. That's the fact. People do wrong and tell people to do right. That's the fact. That's the fact. That's the problem. And
Okay.
don't say that how can people, because you really saying you can't do it. That's how you saying. That statement Quran just said is basically you can't do that because you're not walking right. How do you tell somebody how to walk right? You can tell somebody because a lot of us know right from wrong. We choose to do wrong, but that don't mean we don't know what right is and cannot tell somebody.
If that's the case, nobody should be talking.
There you go.
If that's the case, because ain't a damn one of us in here right.
Damn right. And
Not
no
one.
No one is without sin. No one's without sin. Stop it.
Without sin, you're absolutely correct because we sin every day.
Damn right. So don't be careful with that. And I'm not getting on Quran about this, but a lot, and I'll say it, I don't give a damn. A lot of religious people, a lot of church folks are the ones that throw the first damn stone and live in glass houses. And they the ones that
And sleeping around. And sleeping around. Let's just say, I'll say it.
I don't know. I'm gonna go there.
I'm gonna tell you something. You want to find you one of them, go to church. They in there. They in there.
Oh, I know they in there.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
But they congregate in the church.
And when I use the word church, I mean religious institutions. Don't think I'm just saying to the Christian church. I'll say it to the mosque. I'll say it this. We are human and we are flawless. That's why we try to stay on that straight and narrow path. But that's what we do every day that are trying to do good. We repent for what we do wrong. But we're not perfect and we're not angels.
And none of us are.
No, and none of us. I said that.
She tried to double down. What is the point of knowing right if you're going to do it? And my question is, if it's that simple to tell them what to do or how to do it, why not just do it yourself and have an example model, the same behavior? That is crazy.
Yeah.
That
I mean, that's your choice. And Quran, that's your choice. And yeah, it makes sense and things will be better in this world. But a lot of us are caught up in some of the things that we do. We have bad habits. We are addicted to certain things, and we know that we shouldn't be doing it, and sometimes we struggle and fight. But at the end of the day, we still know right from wrong, and it's nothing wrong with telling somebody else, what I'm doing is wrong, but you shouldn't do that. It's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, if you're saying that you've been doing wrong and what they're doing is wrong, why you?
No, I didn't say
you've
no.
been down
No.
that path? What are you
I'm saying if you're doing wrong and you're telling someone else that this is what you should do right. For instance, I've said, if you are alcoholic, doesn't stop you from telling someone don't
take
do
that
drugs, don't drink because it's no good for you. I'm got hooked on this. I'm trying to get off it, but I'm having a hard time. But you don't touch it because I'm telling you it's very hard. There's nothing wrong with that.
I tell you this, growing up in a house with drugs in that house, I knew that was not something that I wanted to do. And the person that was doing the drugs told me, man, you don't want to do this shit. You don't want to end up how I ended up, how I destroyed the family and all this other stuff. And I adhered to that. Bro, like, I really adhere to that. Like, I don't want to be around it, to the point of I would leave somebody if I knew they were, doing drugs because I seen what it did. So I understand and I totally stand behind you on what you're saying. You can tell somebody to do the right thing, if you're doing wrong in a sense of, whatever. Yeah, I agree with that.
So final thoughts on this letter? Did you forget about the letter?
Hey, so wait. Nicole makes a point.
Yeah,
I'ma say this. Get the best advice. I'ma tell you this. In the heat of the moment, when I'm sauced up, I'm gonna tell you how I feel at that moment. It might not be how I feel, outside of that, but at that moment,
the real Victor comes out.
at that moment, like I will say, I might be drinking, and my the little thing in there that's telling me, man, don't say that. I'm gonna say it, or don't do that, and I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody holding me back. That alcohol just gonna let it out. So when people say, well, alcoholics tell, or people who drink a lot, or people who drunk tell the truth, for that moment, you got to get that, because the next day I can be like, I really don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't feel that way about you, but at that moment I really did. So that's your girl, your fellow Brooklyn Knight, so to speak.
Red Hook. There you go.
You know what, Tim, get off.
What Tim say?
Veronica, child smile, bro.
Tim, Tim and I have a hate love relationship. He get on my last nerve.
What up, Tim?
Nicole says, once you sober, you'll forget what you said because Henny says anything.
Well, I don't drink that shit, and anybody who drink Henny, I don't want to be around them. Hennessy is trash, and you New Yorkers put so much emphasis on Hennessy that everybody wanted to emulate y'all, the Mob Deeps, the whatever up there. Hennessy is not good alcohol, but to each his own. A good tequila always put you there.
What's a good tequila?
Casa Dragon.
Okay, that's
Casa Dragon. I love it. And when I went to Texas, it was about $65 a bottle, but here's like $110. So I brought back 2 or 3 bottles with me when I was in Dallas.
So Karan says, one thing about me, I don't argue with people that are not like-minded because I know that I would never get through to them. I may not agree with some of y'all's belief, and that's my right, but I'm not going to bash them if they're not my beliefs. Oh, well, the same goes for you guys. That's what it boils down to, what we believe and what we value. Absolutely.
So I'll say this about that. I'm not going to argue with nobody who I don't care about. That's, we can have different beliefs and we can have an intelligent conversation and we can get our points across and we can argue or whatever. But if I don't care about you, I'm not going to exchange words with you because you're not worth my pressure going up. You ain't worth my heart rate raising. You're not worth me potentially making a spectacle of myself. But if I don't have no respect for you, you can say whatever the hell is you want to say, and I'm going to just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think that, that statement, it fits in certain things. I think, when you're trying to build something and you're trying to move in a certain direction, like-minded people. But when we on a show, and when you are putting out your thoughts, you understand? And sometimes it's going to be agreed and sometimes it's going to be challenged. And, because we're not like-minded on a certain particular subject, again, I understand like-mind if you're moving in a certain direction, you're trying to build and you're trying to get somewhere. But when you're having a conversation or a debate, this is a relationship type talk show that we debate, we converse, we agree, we disagree, and we are going to have our opinions. But it seems that sometimes when people get challenged, they get salty.
Yeah, and personal. So I'm going to ask you something. If you hung around all like-minded people.
I wouldn't grow.
Exactly.
Wouldn't grow.
If you hung around all like-minded people, how would you know you wrong?
Wouldn't grow.
It wouldn't be a conversation.
It wouldn't be a conversation. They're going to agree with all your bullshit.
But some people just know it all. That's the problem I have. Some people just think they know every single thing. Then they get in their feelings when someone tries to point out their point of view.
You know anybody like that? Speak your mind. We on a debate show.
love
I
to
know
ask
quite
a
a few
person
people.
questions. I'll try to pull from them so that I can engage in how they feel and what they think. That's just what I do. And then I may come at them.
then you may, then you may come at them, but you got to, I know going into.
Wait a minute, I got to give Karan. Sorry, just
Go ahead, go ahead.
no, no, no.
No, go ahead.
Thank you, Karan. Thank you. Because she said no. She came back and just said she basically responded to something that I said and just she said that is so true, brother Fatim. Because this is not personal. Like I said, we get I'm passionate about what I do. Every podcast I do, I'm passionate. So it's not personal. It's just that sometimes we're trying to give our point. But thank you, Sister Karan, because this is not personal. I love you, sister. I love what you represent. But at the times, me and Victor go at it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But we still respect and love one another. So thank you, sister.
So I'm gonna say this. She said I've seen you and Victor get salty when y'all get challenged. Primarily me. I'm just being honest, and that's her opinion. But I'll say this. For a long time I spared feelings, and I'm done with that shit. Some people, get. There are certain things that people say in these comment sections, right? And I don't say nothing. I see it and I, kind of blow past it or whatever. That motherfucker is dead. You shoot me, I'm going to shoot you back. Because a person can only take but so much. You can call it salty, you can call it ever, but some people just get tired.
And we need the comments, so that we have something to come back with, to feed on, especially when Victor gets riled up and Fatim gets going. So.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I didn't even get a chance to say I'm going to New Orleans for the Essence 30th anniversary. I'm leaving tomorrow, July 4th weekend. A lot's going to be happening down there in New Orleans, so I look forward to that.
Yes, and I'm celebrating my birthday here in town with my brother here, 2 brothers from New York and family from Colorado and all that. So I'm excited, and Sammy is having his family and friends day on the 4th of July.
Yes.
And Victor's not drinking anything for the next 5 days. Ain't that something?
Who said anything about that?
I just said it.
Oh.
That's not a fact. That's an opinion. We have fun here, boy. Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, sometimes, and I tell myself every Tuesday, I am not going to get out of character on this show. I say that every Tuesday that I'm not going to get out of character, but y'all just be like on it sometimes, like for no reason, like for real. When I started this show in 2019, I said that I wanted my show to be like real life situations, things that go on in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like when we have email letters, and if it's something that I've been through or something that really touched me, or I know someone that went through it, yes, you may see me get real personal. When we talk about things on the show, and I said this 2 weeks ago, I tried to look at everybody different. Like, I don't want to like stereotype anyone. I don't want to like, I like to give people, what's the word? Going back to all. I try not to put everybody in the same bubble. I try to give everybody a fair shot. That is why I'm so passionate about that word all, because I wouldn't want someone putting me in a category with all women, because I'm not all women. I'm not. I'm Veronica, and that's who I strive to be every day. Veronica is someone different. So that's why I get so passionate about it. And it's like, good energy, Lord. That's all I pray about is good energy surrounding me. I want good energy, good vibes. And from this day forward, I'm not letting no one take energy from me. I'm not coming out of character. I'm not. After this is it. This is it. This is it. I promise you.
As I'm not. Said, so let it be. Let's see.
I'm not. I'm living this life. I'm doing so much. God has opened so many doors for me. So many doors for me. I'm doing so good, thank God. I'm not dealing with negative energy.
That's right.
I'm not like I'm doing so good. So y'all take it as you may, you know, but that's my closing. That's my closing remarks. It has nothing to do with the letter, nothing at all. But that's my closing remarks.
Could you hit your gavel, please? There you go. That's it.
Water in the
It's law.
court.
It's law. So let me give my. Oh no, I want to give our guests the first, the closing thoughts on the letter.
My closing thoughts is that sometimes your best friends aren't really looking in your best interests, and we most times need to stay in our lane and allow people to figure out their lives. I think it's easier and safer that way for the person to make their own decisions.
The girlfriend that spoke up to the woman that was doing this is the one that wrote the letter, right? So let me just say this without being insensitive. I understand that you have compassion and concern and even love for your friend. And we don't want to see our friends make mistakes because sometimes it pains us. But you got to realize that when you interject yourself into something, now you will have to deal with all that's in that blender now because you've interjected yourself into something that you think that you could bring stability by interjecting yourself. Sometimes you can, but you got to realize that once you do that, you have interjected yourself into this whole mixture of a mess because you looked at it as a mess. So even though you meant well, you interjected. If you could have interjected and say this one time and just left it alone, then you wouldn't have wrote this letter because you would have said what you had to say and left it alone. But you had to write this letter because it was still nagging you, because it still bothers you that your friend is still involved in this mess. So you know what? I understand your love and concern, but say what you have to say and get out. And if you can't do that, then you know what? Then don't interject and keep in mind your damn business.
To the friend, like as people, I feel like we shouldn't even be pushing our. Well, I shouldn't say we shouldn't be. It is hard not to push your morals and your beliefs on to someone you care about and someone you love. I understand you want the best for your friend. I get it. You know, you don't want your friend to be someone's side. You want your friend to be a main and have a husband and all that other stuff. But if that's not what your friend want, just be happy that your friend is happy. And that's the only thing I can really say about that.
On that note, thank y'all so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Thank you so much for the email letter. We appreciate you. Hopefully we helped you out a little. I know things went left, but that's always on Tuesdays. We know we talk about any and everything here. So
You said things went left. I think they went right. This was a good show.
I was just saying.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I can't get you out of character no more.
That's you're right.
I can't get you out of character, so it
Cannot.
doesn't bother you.
But you're not going to stop trying, are you?
No, hell no. I'm a tickle in the arm. No, you know that.
Nope, it's gonna be you're right. You're absolutely right. That's gonna be my answer for everything. You are right.
Okay.
That's yes.
Okay.
So anywho, on that note, thank y'all so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. We appreciate y'all. Miss Carol, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
It was
for
a pleasure having
me.
you here.
I enjoyed myself. It was fun.
Yes. Thank you so much. And
Do it again the next time I'm in town.
yes. So we
We got to
appreciate
get
you.
the other guests over here. You ain't got nothing to say, sir?
People asking, are you in the studio? Yes, he's right
Yeah,
here.
he's sitting right there.
My brother. That's right.
He got on that
Tammy,
Hawaiian
would you
shirt.
like to say something?
Yeah, come on over.
You want to say
Say
something?
something.
Yeah, come on over here, brother.
gonna
We
give it
got
my
this.
chair.
Yeah, we got our aunts
sit
on.
Come on over here.
Come sit here.
Yeah, there you go. Let's switch it out. That's right. We have Flip Wilson and Geraldine. There's Mr. Sammy.
Hey, Mr. Sammy.
I just want to let all the viewers know that I was sitting in the studio tonight and had a very nice show tonight. And come closer. My sister Kara, she did a great job, but I knew she would because she's my little sister. There was no other choice. So,
What's your thoughts on tonight's letter?
my thought on the letter tonight was her friend was a bit nosy, crossed the line. If her friend didn't ask her for the advice, but she really not giving her friend advice. She just wrote the letter about what her friend is doing, and her friend probably don't even approve of her writing the letter. So, you know how that is.
There you go.
And like they said earlier, I having the Davis family friend cookout on the 4th of July, and you are invited.
I appreciate that, Mr. Sammy.
Appreciate it.
You always look out for us and invite the folks there. You know,
Yes.
it's very, it's just feel very welcome. And I hope the forecast is no rain this year.
Yeah. Well, even with the rain last time, he had the tents out.
Yes.
And everybody, and he already said he got the banana pudding on deck.
And he fixed his man cave. I really like that, man. You got some New York Mets stuff, and you got some Dallas Cowboys.
You really? So-
I really like that.
Boy, lightning gonna strike this place, ain't it? Anybody who know him know he ain't got
I know
nothing in there with the Cowboys on it.
But I did tell a couple of Dallas Cowboy fans if you want to bring me a something cowboy, I will put it in there.
Wow. Okay, I got you. I got a gift at the house. I'll bring it to you. They didn't pick it up for 2 years. It's coming over to you.
That's nice.
I have some New York Mets stuff in there also.
Do you?
Oh yeah, that's
My
what I'm.
mom was a New York Mets.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. I wear Atlanta Braves jersey time to time. You see me on it.
Nice. Well, Mr. Sammy, it's always a pleasure. You know, you're always in the comments and supporting the show, so we definitely appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm glad I support the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for Tanky Tea of Life. Once again, thank y'all so much for joining us each and every Tuesday. All of you that were new, watching the show tonight, please continue to watch. Every Tuesday, it goes down 8 o'clock p.m. We talk about any and everything right here on Tanky Tea of Life. As you can see, Horns show. Good night.
Buenas noches.